looks like we're going to start over. Okay. It's all right. We'll do it again. All right, so pay. So as far as our pay goes, our compensation is pretty simple. We have a guaranteed base pay, and we have an incentive program. And the representatives get either or, whichever's more. They don't get both. They don't pick which side they want. They just get whichever's higher at the end of each week. So I'll start off explaining our base pay. As you already know, currently our base pay is at $14.25. And we pay what's called a base appointment, not a strict per hour. Reason for that is a number of reasons, but the main reason is, can we really time each presentation someone does?
No.
No way. And so, and as I said before, appointments take anywhere from an hour to a half hour to an hour. However, sometimes we'll sit down with a customer. Customer's like, my sister told me about you. You're going to cut pennies and ropes and stuff. I don't need to see all that. I just want to get the set she bought 2 weeks ago. And we write up an order. We're done in 10 minutes. So we don't pay the rep 1/6 of their pay because it was a 10-minute appointment. We pay them for the entire appointment. So a rep who does 10 appointments a week would make $142.50 for the week. A rep who did 20 appointments, which is most of our reps on their breaks, would make $290. And a rep who did 40 appointments, God bless them, working hard, they would make $580. So this is just for doing work. There's nothing to do with sales. There's no quotas or commissions or anything involved with this side of the pay, which is kind of unique. Most people won't pay like their salespeople this way and give them a base pay like that. We feel very comfortable paying a base pay because what do you think happens on most of these appointments that they do?
They get some sales, and other times there's nothing.
Oh, but most of the time, guess what happens?
They get a sale.
Yeah, people buy. I mean, if nobody bought our products, would we be able to do this?
No.
No, we'd be broken a week. So we know as long as the reps just do the work and they follow the basic presentation, that people buy our products. Now, there are some rules for the base pay. There's 4 rules. The first rule is the people our reps see have to be at least 25 years old or older. We're looking for a target audience. Second thing is they have to be employed. We want them to have a source of income. Next thing, it's a one-on-one presentation. So we don't do any Cutco parties as far as that goes. People can't go to Yankee Stadium, cut the rope, and say, oh, look at all those people watching. So husband and wife count as one. It's one per household. And the last thing is the reps call at the end of their day and let us know that they did work. Again, you don't see a lot of reps walking around my office. I see a couple of them in the office right now. We don't make reps come here every single day because some of them live pretty far from this office. They come here in the beginning to do some phone calls and that type of stuff, but they do call at the end of each day of the day they're working, so that way we can talk to them and we know how much we're paying out on a daily basis. So those are the rules. As long as they follow those 4 rules, they're guaranteed their $14.25 regardless of the sale. Now, when I hire people, they're pretty excited about the base pay. That's what people look for at first. However, what we found as a company is that if we only offer our people base pay, well, if that's all we offered them, what do you think would happen to the quality of their appointments after like a couple of weeks?
They get bored.
Yeah, they would just stop trying. It's like, all right, lady, I'm making $14. Cut this rope. You want anything? No? Good. And they just try to get done with the appointment as fast as they possibly can. And so you can imagine Pat had a, oh, where's my orders? Or where is he? Oh, there it is. Pat had a $2,900 order, and then I paid him $14.25. Yeah, he might be excited about $2,900 orders. And so, so with the incentive pay, we start our reps off making 10% of anything that a client buys from them during an appointment. We don't talk about 10% for too long because they're only at 10% until they reach $1,000 in career total sales. Average order, as I mentioned before, is right around $300. So does it take people very long to hit that promotion? No. Most reps do it in their first couple of days, even in their training appointments. However, even when they're at their starting percentage and they're at 10%, well, 10% of a $300 order is $30 for that appointment. So let's say the representative did their first training appointment for a neighbor, and the neighbor was like, hey, I really like the products, these are amazing, and they get a starter set, and they spend $300. Great, that rep would make $30 on that appointment versus the $14.25. Now, if their neighbor was like, hey, I didn't mind letting you practice, they're nice and everything, but right now is not a good time for us, and maybe we'll buy something in the future, my rep doesn't have to be like, oh, I hate you. They say, well, thank you so much, and they get paid the $14.25 for doing the appointment. So we've taken all the pressure off of the rep and off of the customer, and people only buy our products if they want to buy the products. Now, when the rep does hit $1,000, they get a nice pay bump, and they go up to 15%. 15% of a $300 order is $45. So at this point, they're tripling their base pay for making a sale. Now they don't stop at 15%. When they reach $3,000 in career total sales, they go up to 20%. They're at 20% until they reach $6,000, and then they get another pay raise. They go up to 25%. They're at 25% until they reach $10,000, and then they go up to 30%. 30% is the highest weekly incentive reps can earn here with our company, but they're pretty happy when they get to 30%. 30% of a $300 order is $90 for that one appointment. So if a rep was just doing 10 appointments for the week, even if they only had 5 sales, that would be a $450 week for them. They're working 10 appointments. If they did 20 appointments and then 10 sales, hopefully you can do math, that would be $900 just working, doing 4 appointments a day, 5 days a week. So, so would you say we give our reps a pretty good reason to try?
I'd say so.
Yeah, and who determines how fast they move up the chart?
Themselves.
Yeah, they do. And with our company, see, I don't know what my team is doing right now. I don't know how they're dressed. I don't know if they're late. I don't know if they're cursing customers out. I don't know what they're doing. However, I do know I see their results. And we don't mind paying people who get good results. And if someone's doing a great job with the customers, and obviously a rep who's late to their appointments and not treating their customers right or doing the presentation as fast as they possibly can, well, they're just going to lose out on a lot of money. There's a lot more money to do their job correctly than to do it incorrectly. So, so that sets up the program. Now, last thing I'll cover about the pay is the reps don't get paid after every single appointment. It's not like they come in here, hey, I just did one, I need $15. So we pay them weekly. So each week they turn in what's called a presentation report. It looks like this. And presentation report's pretty simple. They put the date and the time of their appointment, some general information about the person that they saw. HWS stands for husband, wife, or single person, so they can see what kind of people they're seeing. Recommendations is how many recommendations Kristen got from those people. CPO stands for sales, like what they bought. So these people bought 338, these people bought 127, these people didn't buy anything, and so on and so forth. And then we have the customer sign it, so we know they did the presentation. If they do a phone presentation, then they'll just write phone in that section, and so they know it's a phone. We know it's a phone appointment. Kristen here did a lot of appointments in home, because you'll see, Huntington Bay, Huntington Station. You can kind of guess where she lives. So she just dealt with people that lived in her area all the time. So at the end of the week, we take their presentation report, and we'll figure out their pay. He just kicked on. So
Feels good.
yeah. So I'm going to use an example of 10 just again to make my math easy. So we have a base, we have an incentive. So let's say the rep did 10 appointments, we times that by their $14.25, and their base pay would be $142.50. And that's how much they would make no matter what, because that's how much work they did for our company for that week. Now, let's say, now obviously on these 10 appointments, the rep's going to make some sales. Now what we would normally do is we would take their presentation report, we'd add up all the numbers in the sales column, that would tell us their sales for the week. I'm just going to make up a number. So say they sold $1,000. Now they might have had one order for $1,000 and 9 people not buy anything. They might have had all 10 people buy $100 a piece. So we just add it up at the end of the week. We then times that by their percentage. So let's say this rep was brand new and at 10%. So their incentive pay would be $100. So in this scenario, this representative will get a paycheck for $142.50 for the week, because their base pay was higher than their incentive pay for that particular week. Again, it's either or, whichever is more, not both. We pay well, we just don't pay that well. Now, this is kind of a low example. Let's say the rep had done better, and let's say they had sold 2,000 for the week. 2,000 would be more realistic. 10 appointments, 6 to 7 sales, 6 to 7 times $300 would be right around 2,000 bucks. So in this scenario, what would their incentive pay be?
200.
That is the correct wrong answer. But it would really be 250. The reason why it's 250 is for the first 1,000 of this 2,000, they would be at 10%.
Oh.
But then they would hit a promotion, and the second 1,000 would be at 15%. So even if it's in the middle of the week, our reps, if they hit a promotion, they hit a promotion. So so that would be 250. So in this scenario, this representative for the week would get a paycheck for $250 as opposed to the $142.50. So again, it's either or, whichever is more. And then this representative, because now they're at 2,000, would be at 15% until they reach 3,000 the next week. So the way we've set up our pay here is our reps have a floor to stand on. They can always start off their week, take out a schedule, put their A's in, grab their clientele, and say, okay, so all I gotta do is make my phone calls, set up my appointments, and they can figure out exactly what their minimum pay will be for the week. And that's why that pays there. However, the incentive pay allows our reps to say, okay, look, I just set up these 10, 20, 25 appointments. If I'm on time and I'm doing the right things and I'm not just cutting the rope and trying to get out of there as fast as I can, I'm doing a good job with the customers, I can make a lot more than just the $14.25 I'm guaranteeing. So that's our pay. I will say this about the pay. I used to play football, not good at math. I didn't understand the incentive program for like the first 3 months I worked in this company. All I understood is every time I did an appointment, they gave me $14.25. I was very happy with that. And then every once in a while I'd open my check and I'd say, oh, this is more than $14.25. I never complained, I didn't even ask them, I didn't want them to take the money back. Okay, so that's pay. 11 minutes.